For more on President Biden's address to the United Nations, let's turn to the vice chair of the Center for American Security for America First Policy Institute and former CIA analyst Fred Fleitz. Fred, thanks for being with us. I know that you had some very specific reactions to the president's speech. Not so much about what he said, but a lot about what he didn't say. What are some of those things?
Well, I didn't hear anything about Afghanistan or how it's becoming a terrorist safe haven or the threat from radical Islam. He talked a little bit about stopping Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, although he didn't talk about the nuclear talks, the growing threat from Iran. His talk from China seemed to be that we have to play nice with them, not the growing global threat from China to international security. He spoke most of the time beating up Putin, talking about how great his record is on Putin. But there was no talk about how to end the conflict. He didn't call for nations to push for a negotiated settlement, to push Putin to dial down the rhetoric and seek negotiations. I think this name calling against Putin and calling him out like this isn't accomplishing anything. It's going to cause the Russians to dig in.
Give me a feel for what's going on now with China, Taiwan. What would be an America First approach that you think would deal with this? Because we even see Xi getting together with Putin now, multiple times, as it turns out. What should the administration be doing to make sure Americans are safe?
You know, Biden seemed to return to the one China strategic ambiguity approach to Taiwan. I think that's the right approach. That's the way we've been playing this for now. I have to say that I'm not sure how close Xi is to Putin. I think it was very significant that Xi's objections to what's going on in Ukraine were so serious that Putin had to refer to Xi's concerns after they met. I think this is a relationship of convenience. The Chinese see Russia as a junior partner. They're not going to provide economic aid. They're not going to provide military aid because this hurts China's economy and its trade relationships around the world.
Fred, what do you make of Putin's threats and claims that he may start using nuclear weapons in Ukraine?
You know, it's probably an idle threat, but I take it very seriously when a nuclear power threatens using nuclear weapons. That's why it's time to stop the name calling and to try to give him some type of an off-ramp to stop fighting. I want to hold Russia accountable. I like to see them pay for reconstruction, but we don't want Russia to use nuclear weapons. I think cornering a nuclear power is a very bad idea.
Yeah, all right. We're going to have to leave it there. But Fred Fleitz, appreciate your being with us as always.
Good to be here.